Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. Hee My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today, we're going to be looking at surprises that are coming in for you. So we have 4 cards from the Steampunk Tarot. Each one of these is going to initiate the exploration of a surprise that's on its way to you. So will you feel into the cards? Will you choose card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, or card number 4? Which surprise is on its way to you? It's exciting. So I will put the timestamps in the description and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, card number 1 people. So we're going to turn the card over and we're going to see what the clue is to what surprise is coming in for you. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, you're not looking very good. This card is a bit worn. But anyway, he's fine. It looks like, I'm not going to say money, but something to do with material comfort, material goods, something very practical, something that is going to be, it's really bright on this card, something that is going to be to do with material comfort, practical comforts, practical wealth, things like that. That's going to be the surprise that's coming in. Something that's going to be really good and grounding and nourishing and good for that. So let's get some runes out. Ooh. And see what our message is for that. The light rune. Okay, I'm just going to do 2 lines right away. Oh my gosh, one of these is broken. That's kind of scary. Anyway. Okay, so your central issue here, we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm. I'm going to move these over because this is like really bright. Yes, very good. King is out of the blazing sun to a certain extent. So Hagalaz is the central issue. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm. This has to do with chaos, slow growth, slow development. No, it doesn't. It has to do with chaos and the hailstorm. Where am I today? I feel upside down. Okay, Hagalaz, central issue. This has to do with chaos, and it has to do with the uncontrolled uncontrollables, and it has to do with natural forces and natural energies, but it's just, things are just crazy, and you're sort of looking into this like, how can I make this work for me? Leading up to this, you've actually had, I'm going to read this a couple ways. You've actually had the completion of a season in your life. Something has finished that brought you a lot of good and a lot of profit. So you actually are pretty much already, to a certain extent, on fairly solid ground as far as the King of Pentacles is concerned. At the same time, you felt like that's over, and maybe you're looking for something new from that. But right now, wherever you look, it looks chaotic. So surprises that are going to come in for you. What's going to help is, everything is chaotic, but if you just open up to that and listen and pay attention and just like let it wash over you, you are going to connect with the thing that you need to see that is going to surprise you, and it's going to, you're going to be sort of open for, it's like putting a net out in a storm and trusting that whatever you need is going to blow into that net. That's a really weird analogy. Anyway, what isn't going to help you is, I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, this is Vunyo. Vunyo is the rune of joy, and it's reversed, but it's on the lower line. So it's not only fears of unhappiness, but you're worried that you will be unhappy, and you're worried about what would happen if you are unhappy. Because right now you've just come through this whole situation where you've actually done really well. You've made a profit from what you were doing, whether that's money profit or just personal profit. And so that's where you're at now, but you're sort of looking for the next thing and you don't know what that is. So you're sort of opening up. The best thing you can do is just be open, and you'll spot your opportunity. But in the meantime, what will drag you down and might distract you from missing your opportunity is feeling discontent. You're sort of restless and discontent. You've just done all this other stuff. So you've gotten to this point where everything seems crazier than it's ever seemed, and you have this discontentment because you want to be working on this. You want to be bringing things through and making something of it, but but it's a storm. So try not to let that worry you. Just say, okay, you know what, it is a storm, but there's opportunity in everything, and just sort of open up to that. Your next step is, we have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth, so la la la, but it is reversed, but it's on the path line. So one of the things that you're going to feel after you get through the storm part of this is you're going to feel a lot more confident. You may not have the money that you want, but you're going to feel personally very confident. This is inner worth, and it's also maybe not so much outer worth, but it's going to be inner worth. So you're going to feel still pretty confident, even though maybe you haven't reached the end of your new path. But you maybe will be aware of a challenge that is in front of you, and you're feeling confident for it. And what's going to help that confidence is stepping through that door, taking that challenge. We have Thurizaz, which is the rune of the challenge. It has to do with, it's the thorn, the giant, the gateway, so and it is open. It's upright, it's on the helping line. So in this point, after the storm is over, where you're feeling pretty good, you're feeling pretty confident, maybe you're not as wealthy as you want to be, but you've got inner wealth, you've got inner worth. And what's going to help you with that is embracing the new challenge, because you will become aware of what you need to do next, and that's your new challenge. And the door is open. All you have to do is do it. So that's there. What isn't going to help you at that stage is you're a bit worried about a new beginning not being sustainable. We have Berkana, which is the rune of the birch tree, and it has to do with birth and beginnings. So it is reversed on the lower line. So I'm really going to read this as, you know what challenge you spotted and that you're going to need to take, but it's almost like you're worried about, you don't want to start it because you're worried it won't work. You're worried that once you start it, it's going to just fold. And so try not to let that drag you down. You're not going to know if it's going to fold until you do it, and then at least you did it, and then you'll never worry about it, because if you never do it, you'll always wonder. So and it's right there, the door is right there, so take it. You're not in any danger, I don't think. Like it's not a hard challenge, and you've just gotten through the storm, and you just completed a thing, and you are feeling confident. So I would definitely say what's going to help you the most is just take that challenge. Try not to let worries stop you. And what this is going to lead you to is a greater sense of strength, a greater sense of stability, a greater sense of health. We have Uruz, which is the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. Strong, stable, stubborn a bit, but also just basically very grounded, very nourished by the sun and all that. So it's good. It's very grounded. It goes with the pentacles. It's all good. Even again, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do it. You're going to be able to do with it the best you possibly can, and you will feel very stable and strong and grounded and healthy for doing it. So that is what's coming in as a surprise for you. And I don't mean to spoil the surprise, but maybe just sort of, wiggle into place. So this is the sort of thing that's coming in and is about to jump onto your path and be a surprise for you. So spoilers. So no, it's not like that. Anyway, there you go. Card number 1, people. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 2, people. So we're going to turn card number 2, and we're going to see what's coming in for you as a surprise. Well, unfortunately, what is coming in for you as a surprise seems to be there is going to be a bit of conflict of ideas and a bit of conflict of wills. Some conflict of communication, wills, etc. Mostly will. Some conflict of will is coming. So hopefully the reading we're going to do is going to help you prepare for that. And also, you'll find a way around it. Find a way past it. So let's see. That's very will oriented. Okay. Alrighty. So your central issue right now is you feel like you're at a standstill. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. It has to do with standstill, stillness, sometimes clarity that comes through stillness, but really I'm seeing this more as you feel stuck. Why is that? We have Ingvaz, which leads up to that. This is active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and it has to do with active creation. Making something, basically shaping something, putting something into shape. And it looks like you've reached a standstill because there's a conflict of wills. So, I mean, this isn't really a surprise, but this is what's coming up that you're going to have to deal with. So just basically you're going to have to address this because things have come to a standstill. So, or will. So, conflict of wills. What is going to help you? We have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm. The hailstorm has to do with chaos and slow growth and slow development. No, it doesn't. That's the same mistake I made in the last reading. What is going on with that? That's weird. Anyway, Hagalaz has to do with the hailstorm, and it has to do with chaos, and it has to do with uncontrolled uncontrollables, and it has to do with natural forces and natural energies. So what you're dealing with is people's natures. And this is the sort of thing, and as the younger Futhark would point out, is something that's been in place from the dawn of time, basically. This is something that you can't argue with. It's weather. You're dealing with weather. And it's not just people's wills, but it's the way they are feeling that day, and it's the way that their emotions are, and it's just, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to have to weather. And if you just recognize the conflict that's going on as a lot of it is going to be weather, it's going to be conflicting natures happening, so it gets a little bit easier because it's not like people are doing it on purpose to you. People, this is who people are, so it's just going to be a matter of trying to harmonize. Because these people could work together. It's like they're building an IKEA thingy. So they could align and work together if they just harmonize with each other. And everybody has to want to do that. So get a feel for it. Get a feel for the natures that are involved. Get a feel for the nature that is involved with this. Get a feel for the storm a bit, because it feels stormy and it feels out of your control and it feels chaotic. But it's also very, very natural, and you're dealing with natures. So once you sort of embrace that and sort of encompass that, and you can start to see where the harmonies can happen. Now, what isn't going to help you is giving up. Do not give up. We have Tivaz reversed here on the lower line. It's Tyr's rune. Tyr's the warrior god. Definitely has to do with yang will and stuff. And it's reversed on the lower line. It's basically don't give up. Do not give up. Don't. You're in a place of stillness right now, and this is a really good place to just sort of observe and just sort of note the storm, like study the storm, because it can fit together. All these pieces can fit together harmonically. There is a way. So don't give up. Bring yourself back up to just observing, because you're in a state of stillness. Through stillness comes clarity, and you can get that now. You're in that sort of state. Yes, things were going really well before all this crazy thing, battles of wills started happening. That's not where you are now. Right now you're in a state of stillness. Let the clarity come through, and with that you're going to be paying attention to the storm and seeing what pieces of nature are in play and what you can do, how these can be harmonized. The next step, your very next step once you've done that, is basically there are emergencies to tend. It's like those old stories where, sure, I'll help you, but first you have to do this for me. There are emergencies you have to tend. Each of these other wills need something satisfied before they will harmonize. So tend those emergencies. Drop everything. Try not to push forward to this anymore until you've tended these emergencies. So basically, take it bit by bit. It is a challenge, but embrace the challenge. Nauthi's rune of need. It's the need fire, it's the sticks. It is reversed and it's on the path line. And it always has to do with tending needs. When it's reversed, it means drop everything and tend needs. Just drop everything, do that. So you're going to need to tend these emergencies before you can move forward. And that's fine. Embrace this challenge. We have Thurizaz, which is the rune of the challenge. It has to do with, it's the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It's what you have to pass. But it is open. It's not a hard challenge. Once you realize everybody here has something they need first before we can move forward, this is what you need to do. Embrace that challenge and just do it. Like the only thing that's keeping you from it is you. So that's what's going to help you. What isn't going to help you is it feels like you're caving. It's going to feel like you're worried about letting go of your stubbornness. Uru is reversed, wild ox, strength, health, also stubbornness reversed on the lower line. And this has to do with letting go of stubbornness, but also a weakening. It makes you feel weak it makes you feel like you're caving. It makes you feel like you're giving in to these people's wills and that they're going to win. But nobody wins unless you're all harmonized. So it's basically, try not to let your ego tell you that this is what's going on. It's going to be much better for everybody if we can harmonize. And the way that we're going to harmonize is, you've been paying attention to the natures involved. You can see what people are needing. So even if you don't, maybe even just taking that step of asking, it's like, what do you need in order to harmonize with what I'm doing? And and maybe they'll say like, oh, I need you to not do what you're doing, but hopefully not. There is a way to harmonize. These should all be able to harmonize. So find out what the needs are and just take that step. It's a challenge, but it's an open challenge. The only thing that's keeping you from doing it is you. And what this is going to lead you to, and this is why I'm saying it is going to harmonize, it can. Maybe that's your surprise, is that, oh my gosh, we can harmonize on this, is that you are going to see the fruits of your labors. The conflict is going to end, and things are going to be harmonic and harmonious and profitable and beneficial and beautiful. This is the harvest rune, Yura. It has to do with the harvest, also time. It also speaks of like an end of a thing, but it's like a completion. It's a completion of a thing, and you're getting the fruits of your labors from it. So it looks like it's going to be tricky and it's going to be hard on the egos, but it is going to be successful. So that is what is waiting in store for you as a surprise. Spoilers. But no, it's not like that. This is let you get ready for it. So there we go. So that is your reading card number 2, people. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 3, people. So we're going to turn card number 3 over and see what is coming for you as a surprise. Strength. So it looks like something that's coming in for you as a surprise soon on your path, in your lot box as a Pertho, is either strength that is going to help you, or that you will find the strength to help someone else, or even that you are going to be able to find the strength to help yourself. So there is great strength that is going to come as a surprise for you in the future. So let's get some runes from the oldest set I have and see what they have to add and clarify for this. Looking at this. Yes. Alrighty. Ooh, nice. That was the end rune of the other one that we just did. Okay, so your central issue right now is you're really focused on peace right now. You're really focused on just choosing peace at this point. The battle has been enough. It's been too much. So we have Tivaz reversed. Tivaz is Tears rune, Tears the warrior god, and it is reversed in your central issue. So what I'm really seeing this as is choosing peace, choosing to stop fighting. It's like the fighting is just too much. It's ridiculous. And also just tend your inner duties and responsibilities. So again, this could be you becoming compassionate to yourself, showing the strength to your rage, perhaps. It's basically about choosing peace instead of fighting anymore. Leading up to this, we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm. It has to do with chaos, the uncontrolled uncontrollables. It has to do with natural energies, natural forces, but just wildness. And that's what the card seems to be also depicting, just like this rage maybe, or just this wild nature that you're just basically being very kind to, that you're being very compassionate to, and that you're helping with what it needs to sort of bring peace rather than the rage that we had recently. So good stuff. That's a nice surprise coming in. What is going to help you is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and this has to do with active creation. What I'm seeing is what's going to help you in choosing peace is just looking around at what you can control and working with that. Basically, you know, you're just basically saying, okay, big lion, but look, there's a sharp gear in its paw. That's something that I can actually do something about. And so showing compassion, the strength to do that in the face of a big lion who's raging, and then you realize the reason it's raging is because it's hurt. So control what you can, and that's what's going to help you with peace, because there's a lot you can't control, and just let go of that. Let go of trying to control what you can't control, and just control what you can, and through that you will have the strength that you will be able to, you'll get the strength that you need to just lay down your sword and just be at peace. What doesn't help is there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of, so this is Sovilo, so it's the sun, so there's a lot of heat. There's a lot, you're also worried you don't have the energy to do this, because you've just been through a lot of chaos and a lot of rage, and maybe you're feeling burned out, maybe you're worried that you're too burned out to do this, maybe you're worried that you don't have the strength to be compassionate. But if that starts to be the case, just bring yourself back up to telling yourself, I don't have to fix everything. I don't have control over everything. I don't have access to fix everything. I just basically am going to look around at what I do have control over, and I'm going to work with that. And that's what's going to help you. Now, what this is going to lead you to is a great illumination. Once this has been done, it's like the lights are turned on in the world. We have Dagas, which is the breaking of the day. Everything will be illuminated. The darkness will be vanquished, and it will be, a new day for you. What is going to help you at that point is just embrace the challenge of it, because a new day means new challenges, but it's wide open. It's like it's a brand new day, go through the door. Accept the new day. Accept the new day. Maybe you're still not comfortable working with your lion, but accept it, because this is part of what it means to live in peace and to choose compassion and the strength that comes of that, or the strength that leads to that. What doesn't help is you're going to be worried about emergencies. We have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the rune of need. When it's reversed, it has to do with drop everything and tend this need. And so you're sort of worried that there's going to be always a lion with a thorn in its paw that you have to deal with immediately, or the lion will eat you and you'll be back in chaos. So this is going to drag you down. It really, mostly I see this as a fear, because there's been a lot of heat, there's been a lot of rage, and you're just worried that it's going to happen again and that it's going to be another emergency to tend. But you have this new strength now because of what you chose to do in terms of facing the storm with compassion and controlling what you can. These are tools that you can continue to use. So take those tools and step through the door of this new challenge, of this new world that has been illuminated for you by your choice. And what this is going to lead you to is great success, great fruits from your labors, and really the end of a season that you were in where you were dealing with all these storms. We have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest, also time. So it's immediately your next step after you step through this door and into this new world that is illuminated. You're going to start to see the results. You're going to start to see the fruits of your labor from doing that, and it's going to be very, very good, and you're going to be in a new season of your life. So that card number 3, people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Look, it's new. This is a thing that is coming in as a surprise for you. So I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 4, people. So, card number 4, people, I'm going to turn this over and we're going to see some clues as to the surprise that is coming in for you on your path. Page of Swords. You're going to be setting out. You're ready to set out and start something new that has to do with ideas and energy, and it's very exciting with your new thing that you're setting out for. The balloon is ready. You're ready to go. So let's get some runes and see what clarification we have. There you go, new beginning. That's exciting. Got everything in order. New beginning, new plans. It's go time. And your final rune of the spread. Very nice. Very nice card number 4, people. This is very exciting. I'm excited for you. So your central issue is starting something new. We have Barkana. Barkana is the rune of the birch tree. It has to do with new beginnings and birth. And it's right there. So there you are. You're ready to set out with your new ideas and new energy. Leading up to this, you have spent a lot of time planning this. You've spent a lot of time getting everything in order for this, tending all your needs, making sure that everything is, all the rigging's put together, all the little bags of sand are there, and everything is ready for you. You've got a lunch, everything's good. You've had a long period of time, a decent period of time where you are just getting this set up, and you are now set up and ready to begin. What is going to help you is have a plan. We have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift. A gift was always an exchange. It has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. Sometimes it has to do with one-on-one relationships, so there is a one-on-one interaction potential here for that. Probably with your expressing your new ideas and sharing your new energy. But mostly what I'm seeing this as is to have a plan, to have a decision and a goal for this. Like have a plan for what you're going to be doing with this. It's not enough to just begin. And I mean, sometimes it is, but just generally have a general plan. At least have a bit of a plan, and that's what's going to help you, sort of like a guiding star. What isn't going to help you is Isa. Isa's the rune of ice and standstill. It's go time. Basically, right now you're ready to go. And so, if you wait at this point, if you sort of just get frozen, or if you get like paralyzed by the newness of it, and you're afraid to move forward, that's not going to help you. You're not going to make the beginning you want to. Have that plan, and then you will have your first steps already there on the plan, and you can just do them, and by the time you start to get a little worried about it, you're like, well, I've already started. So, there we go. What this is going to lead, your next step on this is you're going to have a great sense of inner strength. It's like you've let go of what was holding you back. We have Uruz, which is wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. Also stubbornness when it's upright, but it is not upright anymore. You have let go of what was grounding you before, and you're up in the sky with the balloon, and it's all good. And so, but it's also showing you have great inner strength, and this is what's something that's wonderful for you, and you're finding this strength within that you didn't know you had. Now, what is going to help you is, I'm going to read this a couple of ways. First of all, you're going to impress people, and this is like really exciting. People are going to be greeting you with joy because you're going to be joyful, and what you're going to see in the world is joyful faces looking back at you, so that's exciting. Also, you're going to feel like this is where you're meant to be. Once you've made this start, you're going to feel like you're in the right place for you in the world, in your life, as a human in the world. And it's very, very exciting. Zmanaz is the rune of humanity and your part in it. It's like your part in the choir, and you're going to feel like you have found your note in the song in this, and that's what's going to help you just maintain this sense of inner strength, and you're just going to have that confidence of, yeah, this is where I need to be right now. This is the right place for me right now. This is what I need to be doing right now. It's the best thing. So what isn't going to help you is we have Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest and time. It's in the lower line. It's a very, very positive rune, but when you see a very positive rune in the lower line, this has to do with worries about that thing. And so what could drag you down is, yeah, but what am I going to get out of it? Is it going to turn out okay? Am I going to get out of it what I hoped I would? And you know, if you know, you're growing something new, you're doing something completely new, and this is very exciting, and maybe you won't end up with what you hoped for when you started. If that's the case, you will generally end up with something better, something that is even more good than what you had hoped for. It'll be everything you hoped for and more. So if you start to feel like that, bring yourself back up to just this wonderful feeling that you're going to have. You have this great inner strength at this point. You have begun. You can see that you've begun. You know that you're already a few steps on, and you know you're facing everybody with joy. You're getting joy back, and you really feel like you're in the right place in your life, doing the thing that you know is the right thing for you to be doing right now. And ultimately, what this is going to lead you to is a few things. One, we have Othala reversed. This is the rune of the home and the homeland. Also solace, sanctuary, etc., etc. It is reversed on the path line. So I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, you will be very comfortable stepping out of your comfort zone at that point. You'll be well out of your comfort zone by this point, because this is a couple steps on from the beginning that you were hoping to do, this new beginning that you're setting out to do. So you're going to be out of your comfort zone, but that's a good thing. Second thing, in this case, it's a good thing. Because, second thing about this is, you will have found an inner sense of home that you carry with you wherever you are. So no matter where you go, you have an inner comfort zone, an inner sense of home that is going to be your solace, your sanctuary, and your sense of protection in the world. So you don't have to worry about being grounded and being, stagnant, because you can move out of your comfort zone because you'll still have that within. The final thing I'm going to read this as is, you're going to be able to see what you can let go of because it no longer serves you, and you're going to do it. You're going to be letting go of things that no longer serve you, and it's going to be really clear and easy to see what those things are. So that is your very exciting reading, card number 4, people, and what is coming in for you as a surprise soon on your path, coming soon into a life that is yours. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.